hear out anything, Miss Now. Now is your only chance to tell the truth. If we're going to argue until one of us loses trust, I'll have to do my best too. Tell me, do you have that courage? I did hit so. Welcome back to Your Turn to Rant, your source for theories and analysis on Nankadai's Your Turn to Die. I'm finally back with the next part of my Let's Replay series, where I will be going through the game in its entirety and theorizing, analyzing, and just generally commenting on what I see as I play. Last we left off, we found So unconscious in the secret room with the laptop missing. We also interrogated a prisoner. That was fun. We had a talk with Now in the kitchen, and then some mysterious person pushed us through those big doors on the second floor, and then we woke up in the room you see here. So before I jump into the main game, there were some corrections or updates that I wanted to share. In the previous part, I talked about the silhouette in the red room and who I believed it could be. So my theory was that it was one of the game masters or the writer of the memorandum who wanted to share the roster with Sara. However, in my comments, there were some people who were smarter than me and brought up that the silhouette is likely Alice. That was something I had considered originally. However, I felt like the silhouette didn't resemble Alice as much as it could have. You know, for one thing, the silhouette wasn't as muscular as Alice is, like as you can see in his other pixel art. And I don't know, I just felt like the hair was kind of off as well. And the object in his hand seemed too big to be the, ball from the ball and chain that he carries around. Because if you look at other art with Alice featuring that ball and chain, it looks much smaller in his hand, which made me think that it might be a hat of some kind. But the more I thought about it, the more it seemed like it probably was Alice. Just because, number one, Occam's razor, the simpler idea is usually the correct one, right? It would be more tidy if it was Alice. Because right after we meet that silhouette, that's when we have our first interaction with Alice, where he falls out of the locker. And also, when you interrogate Alice later, he mentions that Sara was following him. And the only person that we really follow is that silhouette that goes into the red room. There were a few things that kind of made me a little iffy on that front, just because we don't really know what Alice was doing in between the time he saw Sara holding the gun during the Russian roulette and him running into the red room to hide in the locker again. It seems like he might have just been roaming around on the first floor, which doesn't quite make sense if you think about the fact that everyone was searching the first floor and second floor looking for Now. During that time, nobody happened to see him, you know what I mean? He didn't think to just go back into the locker and wait it out. So that didn't quite make sense to me. And also, there was such a short amount of time that he had to get into the locker when the lights go out, which is why personally I thought it might have been someone else. But especially considering that line of Sara following Alice makes me think that it's more likely that that silhouette was Alice. Especially because it will be one less loose end that Nankadai has to explain in the final part of the game. So yeah, I'm willing to take the L on this one and say that that silhouette is Alice, and there isn't any trickery or whatever happening. Another correction that I wanted to make was that another smart commenter brought up the fact that Kai actually did have an opportunity to swipe Mishima's head, and it would have been during the time Now had to go and boink So over the head with the frying pan to get the laptop back. She likely wouldn't have taken the box of Mishima's head with her, which would have given Kai the opportunity to go ahead and take Mishima's head and hide it away on the second floor. However, the same issue pops up with Kai not having mentioned it at all in his notes on the laptop, as well as it just not being there on the second floor. But it would explain how So managed to take off his collar if he had access to Mishima's head. That could be one explanation for that. So I'll talk more about Mishima's head and how it might be possible that Kai did take Mishima's head, despite the fact that it doesn't show up in the notes, and how that could be a likely explanation for So managing to take his collar off later on. But I'll go into that some other time, otherwise it's going to take me forever to get to this video. Which, speaking of, those were all the corrections or updates that I wanted to make before I get into the main game. Alright, so without further ado, let's just jump right in. Miley is pictured on the screen. Ehehe, everyone, how are you feeling? Miley, what did you do to me? Where are the others? Let's go. This is a pre-recorded video, so I'm afraid I can't answer any questions. Allow me to thank you, truly, for taking part in the main game. Main game? This is a waiting room prepared for participants. The Last Supper room. You may fill yourself with food before the game, or form a strategy. Use it however you please. What is she saying? Those who successfully beat the main game can proceed to the next floor. Hooray! Note that those who do not exit their waiting rooms once the main game starts will die as a penalty. Do keep that in mind. The next floor. I will now explain the rules of the main game. Everyone, please take the card you obtained while exploring and touch it to this screen. Card. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Just click on the screen again. You have your card, yes? Now, I will begin to explain. The basic rules are profoundly simple. One person will be selected by majority vote, and that person will die. That is all. What are you calling simple? The vote will be split into two parts. Through the first round, the preliminary vote, half the total will be chosen as candidates. Currently, 11 are alive, so this will be 5. A final vote will be held using these, deciding the ultimate victim. In short, the victim is decided by gradually narrowing it down from 11 people to 5 to 1. This is a little confusing, isn't it? I'm glad that they have like some graphics to go along with it, otherwise I would not know what the hell these rules mean. Of course, even those not chosen as candidates will participate in the vote itself. Please, do kill of your own volitions. Stop it. Stop this. However, there are However, there are holes in this game. We do not care for intentless games of luck. Such worthless acts as using rock, paper, scissors to fairly decide the victim are forbidden. And so, everyone, please take out your cards. Cards. There are 4 roles given by the cards. The first is the commoner. This is a meaningless card with no power at all. The second is the keymaster. And oh my, it's a terrifying role indeed, for if chosen as the victim, everyone will perish. Keymaster. That's my card. Third is the sage. By holy divination, they know who the keymaster is. A very lucky role. Congratulations to its owner. This is so mean, because my dumb ass, if I had the sage, I would have said it immediately and not realized the fact that that's actually a bad card to have. Fourth is the sacrifice. Amazingly, this curious card allows the person to survive only if chosen as the victim. What? Which means if they're not chosen, they die. However, there are positives as well. The sacrifice alone gets 2 votes, and also, if they win, they can escape alive with a person of their choice. Well, but in that case, all the others will perish. So good luck! There is 1 keymaster, sage, and sacrifice each. All the rest are commoners. Committed it to memory, yes? Hold on. Does this mean? Could it be? So at minimum, 2 people will die. Everyone, do your best not to be one of them. No way. I felt like I heard something at that moment. The loud sound of someone fainting in the room over. Who fainted? Was it Kana who fainted? I'm trying to think if we know who's the person who fainted. I can't think of anyone but Kana being the one fainting. Because I think Kana is also the last one to come into the room. Can't be Joe. I don't think Joe would have been the one who fainted. Hello? There is still time until the main game begins. Please spend your time freely here. An extravagant feast. How could I have any appetite right now? In the end, we're being held in the palms of the kidnappers' hands. Our heads can fly off at their single whim. There might not be any exit. We'll just be toyed with and killed until they're satisfied. In that case, then we're just going to... It's a strange thing. I'd felt death was near again and again. Maybe there was no chance left to be afraid. I don't want to die. Even at this point, I want to keep going. I'm coming to hate my own positivity. I'll do whatever I can. If I mess up, everyone will die. This worst of cards seems to be pushing me on. Well, I wouldn't say it's the worst of cards. I feel like having the sacrifice would be the worst card. The outcome would suck no matter what happens if you had to sacrifice. I only drank a little water, and the time arrived. It's now time. Please head to the grounds via the door near the screen, everyone. I wish you luck. Cool. If you wait 10 minutes without leaving, you will be killed as penalty. Please hurry. Right, so you can get an early game over if you just remain in the room and get killed off, but we're not gonna do that. Because we want to live. And also, it'll just be a hassle having to restart the game if I do that. I'll check out the other game overs that come up later on, but this one's kind of boring, so I feel like it's not even worth it to check out. In front of me were strange desks, about waist height. Here we are. It's so funny that she brings up that these desks are waist height, because for the longest time, due to the background and how big the desks look, I thought these were like huge. I thought these were like big ass hourglasses that are just in the background while everyone discusses. So I totally forgot that these were supposed to be desks that everyone's like standing behind. It totally went over my head that these were desks until I did a bunch of replays. But yeah, I mean, look at that background. It's like, it comes up to KG's shoulder, okay? I know that it's not, what's the term? I know this is not supposed to be like their real height or whatever. It's just so that you can see it in the background, but you can't blame me, okay? KG. You guys, that was fast. Oog. All of you, so pale. Why is this happening? A desperate game is beginning, and yet we just have to play it. Ah, so you'll take part after all? Miley, you... Please take a good look at those desks, everyone. A rather interesting setup, isn't it? They are reversed hourglasses. Most curious indeed. When these hourglasses have all reached the top, the discussion will end. You have 70 minutes until the preliminary vote. After that, you can discuss for 20 minutes before the final vote. Well then, shall the discussion begin? Hold up. Kana. Kana ain't here. Oh dear, so some would choose not to take part in something so enjoyable. Hold on, Kana will definitely come. Time is limited, that is what she chose, and that is the end of the matter. Miss Sara, you haven't made the wrong choice, have you? Did I make the wrong choice? What? Huh. What does that mean? Make the wrong choice in terms of which card we had? Because originally, I mean, if Sara had kept the sacrifice card, Kana would have never had it, and so would have never had the chance to, I guess, get her on his side by manipulating her with it? I don't know. Maybe that's what she means. Well then, let us start the main game. Everyone, stand at whichever desk you like. Cool, at least we get the choice for that. We were urged to head for the desks. Now then, you seem to be prepared. Let the main game begin. Please, wait. I'm also... Kana. You are welcomed, Kana Kizuchi. Regrets. Can wait until after taking part. Let this wonderful, wonderful main game begin. This lady's having too much fun. Candidate vote. Here we go. First main game, baby. It's crazy that there's only technically 3 main games, I think, that happen. 2 main games have already happened, and we know that there's a final one in the final part. It feels like there's been so many, but there hasn't. An extremely heavy air dominates the space. It's different. This is nothing like the discussions we've had before. Well, I shall go over the basic rules one more time. A total of 2 votes will be held. The preliminary vote in the middle of the discussion, and the final vote at the finale. 5 candidates will be chosen in the preliminary vote, and 1 victim will be selected in the final vote. If the chosen victim is the Keymaster, all lose and all will die. If the victim is the sacrifice wins and can escape with 1 person of their choosing. If the victim is a commoner or sage, the chosen victim and the sacrifice will die. Ah yes, I have left rule books on the desks. Make use of them as items, everyone. That is all. Use your time however you please. Miley quietly sat down in a chair. That's so funny to think of her just sitting in a corner somewhere, watching everyone. And, in dead silence, the main game began. Ooh, my cloud is 100, let's go. I'm guessing VG person who translated this into English, they chose that knowing how, people usually use clout online. I guess if Sara gets too many callouts, her clout goes down. Let's get started with Kyutaro. I think we just gotta choose the most suspicious, least cooperative person here. I've already settled on my pick. Huh? Curse me if you wanna. Gonbi, I'm voting for you. What about it? As much of a loser as Alice can be, he can be really iconic sometimes too. This is just one of those moments. Say what? Was that a good laugh? I don't know. Why does he laugh like that? Him and Mishima, I think. Mwahaha. Do what you like. Dumbass, what are you talking about? That means you'll die. You're the fools. Just think for a second. How do you mean that? This vote shouldn't be focused on one point. Indeed, this is the preliminary vote. If we were to, how do you say that word? Unanimously. That sounds right. If we were to unanimously vote for Mr. Gonbi, Gonbi would be our only choice for the final vote. Oh man. And if Gonbi is a sacrifice or the Keymaster, we're all done for? We're all done for? It's not as if we freely chose which role cards we got, right? Well, some of us did. We were guided into picking them up. There is a possibility that the kidnappers granted the least trustworthy Mr. Gonbi a special role for their own amusement. Okay, so if they're saying that the kidnappers kind of guided people to pick up certain cards, I guess it would make sense that they wanted Sara to be the Keymaster, which is like the most important card. Everybody loses if they get chosen. And then So was supposed to get the sacrifice because they were like, die bitch. Right, because he has that 0% chance. So yeah, it is, then in a way it's almost poetic that instead of choosing to stick with that card, So instead uses it to his advantage. Then again, he might not have been guided to the sacrifice card because he finds it when Kyutaro is setting the cards down, right? Anyway. And now, the chaos ensues. I'll watch closely as you all flail about. Damn it. Whew, this game is even more malicious than I thought. If we want to survive, we need to assemble as close to 5 candidates as we can. We gotta suspect 5 people? This is the worst. An oppressive air covers the area. Already beaten at the first push? I'll make a topic for you. Sara Chidouin, I will vote for you. Have you anything to say back? Eh? Hold on. Sara's like our leader. What's your basis? Then why don't we discuss whether her actions are suspicious or not? Development. I found it suspicious from the word go, how a mere high school girl became a leader. Sara's almost always acted with others. She couldn't do anything suspicious, right? Doubting the others is one thing, but doubting Sara? You're awful. Sara, talk back to him. Gonby's just got the wrong idea about you. You sure have a lot of friends. Alright, don't be jealous just because you have none. How about you, Sara Chidouin? Okay. I've even seen through the... Can I not speak? I've even seen through to the reason why the others have submitted to you. Submitted? What do you mean by that? You alone have a weapon. The only one. Weapon? That's right. You possess all that can be called a weapon in this place, and stand supreme. You're an accursed dictator. I drew out a new statement. If I can refute it, even Gonby should quiet down. I find it so amusing that Alice is so hell-bent on antagonizing Sara, because there's no real basis for it. I mean, his first impression of her was bad, but it got cleared up that, it was just a Russian roulette game. There were blanks in the gun, so she wasn't actually killing anyone. It was just a game that they were forced to play. And yet, even after learning that, Alice is just like, nope, I've got bad vibes from you, girl. I've got bad vibes. So I'm gonna kill you. But I guess it does make sense. It is realistic in a certain sense because, a lot of people, when you have preconceived notions of someone or have a bad first impression, that sticks in your head, even if the misunderstanding is cleared up. People are just like that sometimes. So I do understand it from that point. And it is good to have people who aren't like super obsessed with Sara or just, in love with her like the others are. It keeps things interesting. If we didn't have people like So or Alice who don't like Sara, I feel like the game would just be a bit more boring because there's no real opposition, right, for the player. And it's just like natural too, right? You're not gonna be liked by everyone. Okay, so before we refute Alice, I want to check out what everybody else has to say. Yeesh, that guy seems pretty stubborn, huh? Ought to present some clear evidence to refute him. Alright, I guess we're just gonna be handheld in the beginning, right? Because we're still figuring out how everything works. Shove some evidence in his face like last time. Yep, I've got this. So cool. Stop it. Blah blah. Doubting the others is one thing. I want him to repent for saying that. He must. Please calm down now. Sorry. Hey man, now that Mishima's dead, she needs somebody else to put on a pedestal. Okay, so now we can go ahead and refute Alice with our box. Okay, use selected item. This is it. Take a look at this, please. This box was in the kitchen. It says, please use as you wish, yet there was nothing inside to use. What of it? All that's left is an impression made by a kitchen knife. What? A kitchen knife? Yep, by the time Sara checked it, it was gone. Someone probably went and took it. The kitchen was locked the whole time, and Miss Sara very clearly acted alone. So surely she could not have taken it. How are you staying so calm? Like, who was it? Who took the knife? I love how he's freaking out. I mean, it makes sense. Who did take the knife? Not relevant now. Nice try. There's no need to prove everything. That's not relevant right now. How could it not be? The point I'm making is that I don't have control of all the weapons. So I didn't earn this trust by force. Ugh. That's right. I can't fall into my opponent's trap. I don't think Alice is like sly enough to make a trap like that. I think he's genuinely concerned. Grr, look at you, feeling all pleased. Humph, very well. I'll speak no more. You trusting fools can just suspect one another. Right, there's no time to celebrate. With Gonby quiet, it just means we have to talk. What should I say? Who should we distrust? I've resolved on an answer. Kitaro. Letting this end in silence, the most inane plan we could take. That's why I'm gonna say it. In all our searching and discussions, who were the biggest burdens and the most weak? Kana, Gin, now? I'm talking about you three. Don't talk about him like that. You couldn't. Are you shitting me? You think you ain't gonna get picked just because you've got strength? Then go ahead and vote for me. What? Vote what your will tells ya. If you think I'm useless, then take responsibility and kill me, Rekko. Jeez, alright, turned it up to 100. That's what I mean by resolve. Now, Kana, Gin, tell him. Use your words to prove your worth. I searched as best as I could, and I found things. Lots of things. Kana... Oh, he's giving her the side eye. Gin, if you don't talk, it's over. Don't tell me. None of y'all are thinking you'd be fine dying, right? Looks bad, Sara. Kyutaro is serious. What should I... Draw it out of him. That's something only you can do. Only I can. So I know Kyutaro gets a lot of flack for this move that he just made right now. And I mean, I agree why it's not a good look for him to be targeting the three youngest and most vulnerable of the group. But I do think it's very indicative of his character to do that. Right? One, he wants to move the discussion along, right? Before he spoke up, nobody was saying anything because nobody wanted to be that guy who starts pointing fingers at everyone else. So Kyutaro stepped up and you went ahead and took that antagonistic role. And also, it kind of fits his, I guess, philosophy too, right? Where he's a very logical person who really thinks things through. So first, he decided to go for Alice, who is not a team player, right? He doesn't want to work with anyone. He's very uncooperative, as Kyutaro said. So it just makes sense to vote for him compared to everyone else. But when that doesn't work out, he decides to go for the three people who he believes are a detriment to the group's success. And that really tracks with who Kyutaro is as a person and what his morals and values are. Especially given that we know he is a sports guy, right? He is a baseball player. And in baseball, teamwork is very important. Everybody needs to pull their weight in order for the group or the team to succeed. So to him, it just makes sense to go for these people who don't contribute as much to the team. All right, let's extract from everyone. Sara, I'm serious about this. If there's somebody wishing they were dead, I won't stand for it. Kana. Sara. Side eye again. Oh, poor girlie. What's the matter, Kana? You want to say something, right? Come out and say it. Kana doesn't care what happens anymore. Kana? Even if she's chosen, it's fine. So I'm pretty sure that's something that So told her to do, to say that she doesn't care if she gets voted or not, because that would throw the group into chaos and confusion as to why she's saying that. Is she actually, like, suicidal now? Or does she have the sacrifice? And this is just a very good play that she's making. And then later on, of course, she reveals herself to be the sage, even though that's not true, because that's So's plan, to create as much chaos and confusion as he can, but also legitimize his false claim that he is the Keymaster. I know I dragged you down, but I did give it my all. I'm begging you, please don't cut me out. Now, calm down, girl. Now, please, you need to be calm, especially in times like this. Sorry. Maybe she's regained a little composure? Okay, can we talk to her again? But I'm begging you, Sara. Now stuck up for me. I want to protect her. Again, say something. I'm giving up on you. Come on, look at me. You can talk to me, right? No good. Gin's keeping his silence. Okay, so pretty sure we're supposed to put these two statements together. Kana doesn't really mind if she's picked. What? She's had enough. Kana just wants to go to her sister. Kana, don't be ridiculous. I'm just tired. You gotta be kidding. You really want to die without a peep? Please wait. Miss Kana, are you serious? Or is this an act? Kana won't say anything else. Please do what you want. This is troubling. Miss Kana may have drawn the sacrifice card. Sacrifice? Yeah, nice, Joe. Go ahead and pretend like you have no clue about that. The sacrifice must be chosen to survive. Thus, they would put on a one-man show. Yet she's got enough motive that we could believe she actually wants to die. Then, no picking her for now, right? Oh, Reko. Not participating in the discussion so as to earn herself votes? I can't imagine Kana playing those sort of mind games. Unless someone suggested it to her. I like how the moment she thinks that, someone suggested that Kana should do this, So speaks up. That's a really nice, subtle clue there. Everyone, let's just put the subject of Kana aside for now. Can't know her true intent after all. First, why don't we hear from Gin and Miss Now too, and then make our decision. So, are you protecting Kana? Why not? Let's needle him a little. Is it just me, or are you protecting Kana? I can't afford to do that. I just don't want to waste our time. Don't want to be scrambling before the vote, right? That's true. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Don't thank me. Do not. Oh, that's right. There's something I should take this opportunity to tell everyone. Here we go. You see, I'm the Keymaster. Huh? I was unsure whether I should keep quiet, but I want to avoid us all dying, so... Oh, I remember the first time I played this game, I went wild when he did this. Like, there's something up with him leading up to this point, but this is where it really comes to a head, right? This is like his first big move that he makes. Besides, if the Keymaster doesn't manage things, they'll just turn into a mess. Right, so this is so trying to get everyone on his side while also using his false claim of being the Keymaster as a way to guide the discussion to the outcome that he wants. It's a smart move to make, but once the jig is up and everyone finds out he's not the Keymaster, people are gonna be upset, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he was thinking in terms of long term, because after this, it's gonna be very hard for everyone to trust in him again. But hey, maybe he was just, focusing on getting through this first main game and not dying. The Keymaster is me. Really? That's the truth, ain't it? If nobody else is gonna name themselves, then yeah, I'll believe it. So originally, the first time I played, I said nothing, because I don't know, I thought maybe that was like the smart thing to do, like see what he's trying to do or something. But then I think there's another time you can say you're the Keymaster, and it's at the very end before the vote. I realize that just makes you look guilty. That makes you look like you're lying. So I feel like the best time to say you're the Keymaster is now. Wait, please. I'm the Keymaster. What'd you say? There's two Keymasters? I like how everybody says that at the same time. Huh. You startled me, Miss Sarah. That's my line, so. They're just staring each other down. Let's go, girls. Fight, fight, fight. According to Miley's explanation, there's only one Keymaster. I didn't imagine you'd tell a lie like this. Ugh, I hate him. This is very, manipulate, mansplain, man whore. That's so to a T right now. What's going on now? Is one of the two lying? Why? This makes no damn sense. Well, whatever. Let's advance the discussion instead of fighting about it. For now, Gin, could we get some proper statements from you? Meow. That's not a statement. Come on now. Yeah, that's right. Gin, be a man. Tell him what you gotta say. Progress. Meow. Meow. Stop. I hate reading this. Gin's frightened. And it's you crude-ass men to blame. Yeah, get him. Get him, Reko. You've got no time. Gin, prove that you've been useful to everybody. Or else we're gonna kill you. Why are you freaking out about that? Gin is trembling. Kindly question him. Gin, it's okay. Can you try to remember what you've seen and noticed in this place? It's no good. Gin's closed his heart. Alrighty, let's talk to Reko. You say something too, Sara. Reko, can you recall anything in particular that Gin did? Well... come to think of it, Gin said he found something amazing searching that second floor room. What exactly was it? We have Gin, Kyutaro. People who drag things down are doomed to die sooner or later. Damn, okay. That's true for me, and it's true for you too, right? Don't matter if you're an adult or a kid right now. Kyutaro is serious. I think we're supposed to pit Kyutaro and Reko together. Again, show it to him. That amazing thing you found searching the second floor room. Amazing thing? I don't know anything about that, Meow. What'd you say? Reko, you got a fine attitude, but see here. It ain't right. I hate the way he speaks sometimes. It ain't right to go and spout lies to protect people, alright? Ugh. No, I tell you, I'm not lying. Somebody's gotta die in his place. Maybe it'll be you? Jeez, he is insane. Hold the hell up. Woof, fix this Reko. We need to spur on Gin. Instigate him, I guess? You see, Gin? Reko's being called a liar just for speaking up for you. Don't you feel bad? I do, Meow, but... What a cowardly kid. Stop! You call yourself a man? Let's not get toxic masculinity involved in here, alright? Sniffle. Progress. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. This discussion is stuck in equilibrium, failing to come to an agreement. I need to swing the needle to either side, or this balance will never collapse. Want an explanation? And no. I'll fail on my own terms. Nobody's gonna lend you a hand if you're silent. How can you affirm or deny silence? Kyutaro is right. Gin, please say something. It doesn't matter what. But I mean... You won't get special treatment, kid. I didn't see anything, Meow. Did I? Oh, really? So was everything Reko said a lie? No, Meow, but I didn't... Gin, you gotta just be lying, right? Big Sis Reko's got it wrong. Woof. I guess? Absolutely. Gin, tell the truth. You're mean, Meow. Always attacking me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help you, bitch. Gin's on the verge of tears. No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Gin isn't lying at all. Stop flip-flopping, Sara. No good. Okay, then deny him. She didn't get anything wrong. Gin, why are you being stubborn about this? I just didn't want to believe that thing, Woof. Has my clout gone down? No, yay! I don't want to show that thing and make everyone worry, Meow. Make us worry. Don't brood over it alone. Gin, you shouldn't worry about it all alone. Meow. Why? Big Sis Sara. I believe you, Gin. Whatever strange thing you present, I'll handle it. Okay, Meow. Seeing Big Sis Sara getting yelled at by the muscle gorilla really ticked me off, Meow. Just so you know, I take gorilla as a compliment. Woof, I believe you too, Big Sis Sara. Yeah. So, I was trying to put together the paper scraps from the shredder thingy on our second floor, Meow. But then, Woof, taking a look in there, I noticed some hand-torn paper too, Meow. And there, Woof, it said that Big Sis Sara was a murderer. This is the wildest part. There's just so many wild things happening one after the other. You gotta love the main game. Huh? What? Yeah. I mean, Joe's got the right of it, but it's so funny. What? What are you on about? Kyutaro, please don't shout. I like how she says, Kyutaro, don't shout, when Joe was just screaming in all caps. But what's the meaning of this? I need to get more details. Alrighty. But I believe in Big Sis Sarah, Wolf. Or what should I ask first? Was it handwritten? Do you have the letter? If you have the actual letter on you, could you show it to me? Oh yeah, I have it, Meow. Look at it, Wolf. What's this? It feels familiar. What to do? Should I have him add that info to the statement? Yes. So that's important, Wolf? Got it, Meow. I'll state it loud and clear, Wolf. Okay. I think we can use our torn paper on it. This is it. What is it, Meow? Take a look at this. It's a piece of paper I picked up. What is it? My meow? Meow? This looks just like the one you have, right? This is Gin's. Similar, Wolf. Totally the same, Wolf. If you notice, the fact that Kyutaro is listed as a high school teacher is weird, too. Now Michi Kuromada as a high school student? Come on now. And Keiji is a detective. False. Look at this. If you remove the left half and connect it to the piece I have. Meow? They connected, Wolf. The tear matches up perfectly. Why is that? They were torn in a stack. A memo pad just had this shape. Yeah, that makes total sense. That's it. Multiple sheets were torn all at once. If you look at these sheets and stack them like this, and then tore it, it would produce these results. In other words, there were at least 2 of these sheets stacked together. Is that it, Wolf? Since they fit together so cleanly, of course misunderstandings would happen. Yay! Thank goodness, Meow. But you know, what are these sheets in the first place? They're creepy, aren't they? I wonder. The professor's name is on here, and even some people I don't know. And whatever could the percentages on the side be? Keiji being silent. A little sussy. Anyway, I proved I was useful for exploring, Meow. And now I'm glad that Big Sis Sarah wasn't a murderer after. Eh? Then who is a murderer, Meow? As far as this shows, that would be... Why would I say this? Am I a murderer after all? That's so funny. You idiot, that can't be it. Okay, rude, relax. It would be whoever Alice Yabusame is. Yabusame? That sounds familiar, Meow. It's only one person here with the last name Yabusame. Ooh, here we go. Please identify Yabusame. I like how they ask you to do this when the last name only came up once during the introductions. There's no way in hell I'm gonna remember that, at least in my first go-around. I think I chose like now because I didn't know who the hell it was. But of course, I know who Yabusame is because that's gonna be my future last name. Alright? Select Reko as Yabusame? Yes. Reko, as I recall, you're Reko Yabusame, aren't you? Ugh. Yeah, I'm Reko Yabusame. And so what? Just coincidence, right? I don't know, anybody with that name. She is sweating. Uh-huh. Stop it. Don't suspect my girl. Sarah, what do you think? Of course, I believe her. Like Reko says, I think there's a separate person called Alice. Why's that? The blackboard in the bar. That blackboard had a list of people who could and couldn't drink. And it said both Reko and Alice. Come to think of it, when I was searching, I found some chalk on the floor. So, it's not impossible it was changed. I like that they bring this up now because we do find out that I think So is the one who tampered with it and not Reko. But I like that this moment was brought in now as kind of foreshadowing for what's to come. You got it wrong, it's not me. Besides, handwritten pieces of paper, anybody could make those, right? If they had a pen, sure. Ugh. But Big Sis Sarah can't be a murderer, Wolf. Then should we call it a relative's name? I remembered. My brother. It's my brother's name. Alice is your brother, not your sister? Even your excuses are becoming illogical. Don't come for her like that, okay? I know she seems shady, but just don't worry about it. It ain't an excuse. Reko, tell the truth. Believe me, Reko. Sara, help me. That paper's bogus. I'll say whatever I need to. It's not wise to trust these scraps of paper. Somebody was trying to dispose of these scraps. Maybe because they were too inconvenient? Damn it, Wait! It's me! I'm Alice, okay? Huh? Man, it's just one plot twist after another here. I love it. I'm Alice, I'm telling you. Reko did nothing wrong. It's a misunderstanding. This feels like a soap opera moment right here. He's like the long-lost brother who was in prison, but now he escaped and he's out. Mistaken identity, estranged siblings. You love to see it. Listen, we're in the middle of a serious discussion right now. Shut the hell up. And I'm being serious too. Reko is my little sister. Oh, so he's the older one. You for real? Couldn't hide it, huh? This guy's real name is Alice Yaosame. He's my older brother. Then the murderer is me. I lied about being a thief. I went to prison for killing someone. Isn't this guy some serious bad news? Yes, that's right. Indeed, I am. A damned criminal. And Reko cut me off as well, saying to never show her my mug again. And yet, it's not even funny to think we'd reunite in this place. Yeah, what a weird coinkydink. Me and him are total strangers at this point. I didn't want Kana and the rest being scared of me because of this guy. So when he woke up, I told him to hide our relation. Right after you went to look for Now. So that's it. I'm a simple murderer. There's nothing simple about being a murderer. But Reko is different. She's a good and proper person. That's all I wanted to say. Damn it all. So you deny any connection with the kidnappers? Right. Why I was brought here, I still don't know. Wahaha. Suppose I can't expect trust or anything else, can I? It's just the ramblings of a killer. Despite us talking about Gin, we got some unexpected information there. There are still many more points of interest, but there's no time. I want to hear Now's justification soon enough. What do you think? Huh? Me? That's fine, right, Miss Sara? There's still something, I agree. I think I want to say this just because I think So says some like wild shit if you say this. We don't have time to resolve every question. Other than Reko and Alice, what has me curious is where I found the paper. Yeah, right? Because we never get an explanation for why the roster, part of the roster, is in the Red Room. I wonder why I found my scrap of paper in the Red Room? I honestly don't remember. Was that in the room to start with? Or did I bring it there while in a panic? How do you not remember having a piece of paper on you? I doubt Alice would lie at this point. No helping it. We should move to the next topic. I'm guessing that's something that's going to be brought up at a later time. It just doesn't make sense because since we know that the papers were all ripped together, and So was the one who was supposed to dispose of the evidence, that means that So should have been the one who had that piece of paper. But why would he have it? You know what I mean? Why would he keep that on him? Then again, I think the part that she found was the one that had her name on it. No. That was the one he disposed of. I don't remember which part Sara found in the Red Room. I don't know. I don't think Alice was the one who brought it in there. Just because it doesn't quite make sense for him to do that. Like, how did he get a hold of that paper before So could shred it, right? So it just seems more likely that So might have, for some reason, kept one of the pieces of paper and left it in the Red Room for whatever reason. I guess we'll find out eventually. Well then, Miss Now, please, give us your justification. He's such a little shit. Look at that smile on his face. He's loving this. Progress. I see a lot that's illogical about Now's actions. Okay, nerd, go on. Illogical, eh? Yeah, he's thinking the same thing. Aren't you curious what she was up to in the kitchen, holding the box with Mishima? Tell me what you were doing then, Miss Now. Because of the body collection announcement, I went into a panic. I took the box and just sat and hid in the kitchen. I didn't even touch anything in the room. I know I troubled you all a lot, but I didn't want to lose him. After everyone else, I inspected the kitchen and found no signs of any trickery. Perhaps she truly was just hiding? And of course, Kai would back up Now's alibi because he wants to ensure no one finds out about the deal that they had. I wonder if she really was just hiding? So seems to want to imply something. Sitting in the dark, I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. Miss Sarah, you searched before me, so you should be aware of this as well. What does he say? Found no signs of any trickery. I think we're supposed to use the box again because that is a sign that someone did some shit. I suppose I will accept it, but... What do you mean? No, my clout! Does that not make sense? Because he says there was no sign of trickery, but we know that there was. Because where's the knife? Who took that knife? Ugh. Okay. All I can think of is putting their statements together. I don't believe I'm saying anything strange. No, please, not my clout. Not my clout. Jesus Christ. I think I extracted everything. What am I... Okay, Jesus. Ugh. I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Shouldn't you be questioning Miss Now? Girl, I hate it here. Oh, I didn't even touch anything in the room. So you're supposed to use the box here. Or the... yeah. This is it. Thank God. Did you really not touch anything? Huh? The kitchen had been unlocked until then. And after you left Now, we obtained this long, narrow box. There was nothing inside. Only Now could have taken the knife out of it. I don't know anything about that. Hold on. When and how did Now find the key to the kitchen anyway? It was open. Huh? The kitchen door was unlocked at the time. So I ran in and locked it from the inside. Then somebody else went in first, meow. That's who took the knife, woof. First, I carried Alice over to the pink room. At that time, someone dug through the kitchen, took the knife, and left. Finally, Now went into the kitchen with the box and locked herself in. Does the timing work out? Maybe that's logical? It's super sketchy, though. It's not sketchy in the least. I'll tell you anything. Well then, Miss Now, tell us what you were doing in the kitchen. Progress. The whole time, I just sat and held the box. I didn't move an inch. Well, I guess you'll just have to break the ice, Sarah. Why does it always have to be me? Can you do something? Like for once, girl? Yeah, I need to ask her about that. If she never let it go, then wonder why the box was empty? We'll just have to ask her. Sitting in the dark, I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. Didn't she say that before, too? She has nothing else to say. Okay, put them together. So you're lying, huh, Now? Okay. As annoyed as I was with him, I'm sorry. This was a little... Nope, I shan't say it. I shan't say it. You know what I'm talking about if you understand. Wait, what? If you know, you know. Let's just leave it at that. What? There was nothing in the box. Nothing at all. What? That can't be right. It's true now. What's that? I don't know anything. The professor was with me the whole time. Where did he go? Is this an act? Now ain't that kind of gal. There's gotta be a reason it vanished. The mystery of the vanishing head. If Now is just acting, then... Can't really put together why she'd need to lie to us here. What's going on? I don't understand. That's me the entire game. I certainly lost sight of myself, but I've done nothing suspicious. and I don't know why he disappeared. Now respected Professor Mishima. Maybe her shock was so great that she unconsciously did something strange? It must have gotten swapped at some point, with another box the kidnappers prepared. The contents of the box warped, meow, like a dimensional teleporter thing, love. Miss Now being manipulated by the kidnappers? Is that a possibility? All these different theories just sound like everybody in the community just coming up with the most outlandish stuff. Gin especially. Let's check out his theory, shall we? This place must be a hyper-advanced mansion, meow. Gin. Big Sis Now isn't a bad person, meow. Do something, love. Alright, relax. To me, Professor Mishima was a very, very important figure. Losing Professor Mishima in the vote. Were you angry? Not so much angry. I was sad. It was so depressing and painful. I didn't want to believe it was reality. You were sad? Why are you asking like that's a weird thing for her to be? Yes, you'd understand, right, Sarah? Well, she's gonna soon enough. Wasn't she curious about who voted for Professor Mishima? It's not like we always act in the most logical way, right? This was after that awful vote. If I felt what Now felt, I'd... If you felt like Now, would you be sad? Joe, if you lost someone precious to yourself, you'd be sad, right? Rather than grieve, I might just snap. Okay, little scary. Snap? Like, who the hell voted for Sarah? I'd look for the culprit on the spot. Aw, I like how she just said, Sarah just asked if you lost someone special to you, what would you do? And he immediately jumped to who voted for Sarah. So, you know, he's basically telling on himself that he cares most about Sarah, which is very cute. I'd look for the culprit on the spot. Of course, I know full well it was Miley to blame, but I might take out my anger on everybody else. That's what I mean. You don't always follow logic. Yeah, maybe so. If someone else killed them, anger would be a natural response. It must have gotten swapped at some point with another box the kidnappers prepared. I mean, this place is full of crap like that. The kitchen was pitch black. It got swapped in the dark when she wouldn't notice. Maybe she was on the kidnapper's side to start, or maybe brainwashed or something. Doubting doesn't feel good, does it? So of course we need to pit Joe and Now's statements together. Now, I'm a little curious. Huh? Maybe I've just got a rough disposition, but why didn't you think about looking for the culprit? I mean, it wasn't an accident. It's because of the votes that such a terrible thing happened to someone you deeply respected. Ain't it more natural to get angry? I don't think so at all. Since I knew no one's votes had any ill will. Maybe you didn't respect him? Man, this guy just coming in and twisting the knife. Rude. What are you? Maybe Miss Now and Professor Mishima didn't have any bond at all. Then I could understand her mindset of not seeking out the culprit. How awful. You're awful, just awful. I truly did. Sarah, what do you think? I think their bond is real. Those two seem to have a great relationship. I can't point to some logical proof. There was just something about it. Now being that distraught couldn't be an act. And yes, there must be some reason for the professor's disappearing head. The collar. Suppose Miss Now didn't stick Professor Mishima in the box out of affection for him. Rather, maybe her objective was to retrieve the collar on his neck? In other words, information that Miley failed to retrieve? You trying to say Now collected the collar in place of the kidnappers? Dunno. However, I should note, your friendly policeman wasn't able to investigate that collar because Now was there. Hey, you being serious? What? What? What are you talking about? I don't know anything. Please, just stop it. Then tell us, why didn't you care who the culprit was after the vote? Because Professor Mishima was killed by the people who voted for him. You stop right there, Joe. Ugh. Stop it. Don't say another word. I'm begging you. Man, twist after twist, crazy shit after crazy shit. The main games are always so wild, which, mwah, chef's kiss, you know? It's perfect. I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. What? I overheard all of it. It was just before the vote. Ooh, flashback. Mishima said something quite enough that only somebody real close could hear. Miss Now. Let us vote for each other, Miss Now. He said that? Thinking the vote was just a test. I'm sure Now voted for Mishima like he asked. But Mishima voted for himself. To protect his student, just in case? That's why Now didn't look for the culprit. Don't bring up any ill will crap, because it doesn't matter. His death was an accident. Now, if I hadn't voted for him, I'm sorry Now. All this time I'd been thinking whoever voted for another person must have had bad intentions. Just because I voted for myself. What? Wait, Joe, you voted for yourself? Huh? Yeah. So, didn't you tell me you voted for Joe? No way, I didn't say anything like that. This little gaslighter. Get out of here. This is juicy, I won't lie. So is like on his peak performance in the first main game. What's this about, So? Don't worry about it, everybody. That little blush too on his face. Get out of here. Miss Sarah asked me who I voted for, so I just told her whatever. Who says that? Who did you vote to kill off? And then he just goes, I don't know, Joe. Please, I would be like, that's sus. She's so diligent, she must have taken it seriously. This guy. He's a huge liar. So ultimately, are we just going to ignore the missing head? That's still a big mystery, but seems like Now did nothing wrong at least. Maybe Rekko had the right idea and it got swapped out at some point. Just discussing it's pointless, Woof. Let's talk about that gorilla next, Meow. For real? Gin is like, I think we should all kill off Kyutaro, because he sucks. You know what? And I respect that. You okay ignoring it, Sarah? Is this one like... No, I don't think. Let's just go to the next topic. Oh? Sorry, that was bad manners. Hey guys, you're never going to solve anything like this. But I think it's wonderful you can trust each other this much after just meeting, you know? But well, bad people always feign innocence. You trying to say Now's a bad person? I just remembered something. That Miss Now's the one who attacked me. What? Legitimately like a soap opera. That was a close one. If I hadn't remembered that, she could have gotten away clean. So I'm pretty sure that, as usual, So is just lying about just happening to remember at this point that she's the one who attacked him. I think earlier in the main game, Sarah notes that, So is trying to get to a point or trying to imply something without outright stating it. And I'm pretty sure it was him trying to get Now to admit or to slip up and admit that she hit him. So I definitely think it was something he was trying to organically bring about. But because everybody managed to sidestep, being suspicious of Now, he had to bring it up himself now. He had no other choice to do that. Is this true? Or a lie? I'm just gonna shut So's mouth because it's funny when you try to do that. Don't get in the way, Sarah. Like, damn, alright. Irk. I'll hear out anything, Miss Now. Now is your only chance to tell the truth. If we're going to argue until one of us loses trust, I'll have to do my best too. Tell me, do you have that courage? I did hit So. For real? You're joking, right? Why now? I was threatened. By who? Kai. I remember when I was first playing this, I was just so freaking confused. Like, Now hit So because Kai forced her to. I was just like, it just seemed like putting the three most random characters together for no reason. Which is why it's so genius, if you think about it. Progress. Kai threatened me to strike So in the head. Somebody's quiet. After the body collection announcement, I ran with the box to the cafeteria where, suddenly, Kai pulled me by the hand and pushed me into the kitchen. Remain quiet. If you hide here, you won't be found. Okay. Kai protected me. It's quite admirable of you to stand up to the kidnappers, Miss Now. Please, don't tell anyone about this. Once Kai knew the situation, he made me a proposal. Well then, Miss Now, would you indulge a request of mine? What kind of request? That is enough. Don't be a wet blanket. We were just getting to the good part. I am astonished you would tell such a lie, Miss Now. It's not a lie. Kai, you deny threatening her? Indeed, if she had been threatened, she would surely tell all at the start. For Miss Now has no reason to defend me. It is quite different from when Alice stood up for Miss Recco. Awful. You're awful, Kai. Here we go, another equilibrium thing. Miss Now, Miss Now, you are attempting to drag in as many others as you can. You're wrong. I cannot entertain these lies. I couldn't open the kitchen. I guess? Like Now says, she couldn't open the door to the kitchen, and neither could I. In fact, the kitchen key was beyond the iron bars on the second floor, yes? I did not go to the second floor. How do you explain the key's presence there? Could the door have been picked open? The key was thrown from first floor to second floor? I guess, did I? Inconceivable. Kai, can you pick a lock? I cannot, so it would be impossible. Gah, you can't? Key was thrown? Deny? Throwing a key. What if it hits someone? Isn't that the issue? My diligence is betraying me. Okay, so affirm it? God, as you can clearly tell, I am not smart. That's it. There were iron bars just up the stairs from the first floor. The key was thrown through the gaps. Jesus. Oh, okay. So I was thinking that she said it was thrown from the second floor to the first floor. So that wouldn't make any sense because nobody was on the second floor. But they're saying it's from the first floor to the second floor. So someone unlocked the doors and then threw the key. Is that so? I understand. However, supposing I guided Miss Now to the kitchen, do you believe I could threaten her? Sure, girl. Why not? I would need a weakness to threaten with. It's strange to protect me out of goodwill. Maybe deny the weakness part because it could just be like physically threatening? No, if you had the kitchen knife, you would be able to threaten her. Then let us suppose I could indeed. Why would I have Miss Now attack So? There is no point in using Miss Now. You must have had it out for So. Maybe there was some conflict between Kai and So. There is nothing. I can't prove it. Oh no! This is why I can't live stream this shit. Because you guys would see me fail in real time. You know, at least when I'm pre-recording this, there's nobody who has the opportunity to bully me. Okay. Alright, let's just do this quickly. Jesus.
12 seconds later.
Okay, there's no point in using Miss Now. He must have had it out for So. I guess deny? Wrong. You had Now do it because there was a chance So would see your face. And that is why I am being suspected now. If I had done it, I would surely be most prudent and not let my face be seen. Is he just saying that in hindsight? Ugh. Okay, deny. There wasn't anything deep enough for resentment, which meant he had an objective not tied to So. Here we go. If you insist that's the case, which objective could I have had? To steal something, perhaps? Why? This is the thing that is so funny to me. Kai did not have to give the correct reason here. Like, he genuinely wanted to steal a laptop from So. So why would he even bring up the possibility of him wanting to steal something? Like, he just shot himself in the foot here by giving the actual motive. So of course, affirm Kai. So you admit it, Kai. Oh, what are you referring to? He is sweating right now. Kai, you wanted to steal the laptop So had. Like, legitimately, maybe he would have been okay if he had not brought up him possibly wanting to steal something from So. Because literally, what else could he steal from So? but the laptop. What a dummy. Oh, haha, dummy. I remember now. Kai said he'd defend me on the condition that he received the laptop. A little late to remember that, girly. We had to do all the heavy lifting. You ought to remember the important part first. I'm with Kutara on this one, never thought I'd say that, but here we are. She lost herself enough to knock a dude out. Of course her memory is gonna be fuzzy. I love the amount of, issues these people have. I'm sorry, but now I remember it clearly. Do you understand, Miss Now? Man, look at those eyes, Jesus. Please retrieve the laptop from Masao in the hidden room. I can't. If he sees me, he'll call for Sara. Then you may borrow my frying pan. Approach from behind, understand? Do not worry. Your strength is such that even a forceful whack with this will not kill. He really said, you are weak as hell, girl. Don't even worry about it. You could not possibly kill anyone. But if you refuse, I will hand this key to someone else. That's... Please, Miss Now. I am not the only one who will be in trouble if I do not get that laptop. Miss Sara will be as well. Sara? Now, why would you insert my name into this? Or, this is Sara talking right now, alright? Keep your name out of my... Keep your name. Keep her name out of your mouth, girl. You didn't have to go and blab about that. But of course, it just makes things juicier, so I'll allow it. But that was all a lie, wasn't it? Kai didn't keep his promise. Kai must be the one who took the professor away. The jig is up, girl. Might not necessarily be a lie, actually. Huh? The laptop is password locked. Considering that, why do you think Kai would be so serious about taking it? Because he had a way to bypass it, he needed the laptop battery. Password was easy to guess. Could that be done with some special device? Well, there's nothing like that here, so... It's actually a much more laughable reason. The password is easily guessable. Okay, never mind. I don't know, man. See, this is why you need to, include a $sign or the @ sign or whatever. Put some numbers in there. I guess, Kai is not very tech savvy. It is what it is. Wait, if you know that, you unlocked it? Of course. What? Didn't you say you couldn't see anything? Yeah, but that was a lie. Like pretty much everything else he said. Another lie? I know, girl. See, the password was Chidouin. Huh? It's Chidouin? What a bizarre lie. Sorry to say, but it's true. I tried typing in everyone's names. And my last attempt was trustworthy Miss Sara's last name Chidouin. Imagine my shock. I know he is loving this right now. He's having a ball. I've never seen that laptop in my life. Of course I know this isn't your laptop, Miss Sara. Then, it's Kai's, isn't it? You read the emails? So you admit it. What in the world is this? I wanted to read them all. If only Miss Now hadn't whacked me. Ugh. Well now, what did they say? I remember them well. I like how he remembers them perfectly. If this was me, I would not remember a single thing of the emails. But maybe he has, what is it? He has a perfect memory. I don't know what it's called, something with an E. Epidemic, endemic, I don't fucking know. Anyway, as planned, 17 people have been secured. That's what it said. I was able to read 4 emails, all of them sent from Kai to some other person. Though all the addresses were different. Nonsense addresses that seem like codes. I'm guessing that was a security measure to hide who they were being sent to. I'll recount them starting from the oldest, okay? As planned, 17 people have been secured. Just in case, is there no error in the date of the death gate? Everything is proceeding smoothly. I feel a deep affection for Miss Sara as well. I will certainly protect her. I am prepared to offer myself up for the Chidouins. It's about time. If any harm comes to Sara Chidouin, I will stand against even you as an enemy. Miss Sara is looking forward to the games. Surely her friend will also take part. What a bad coincidence that Kai and Mr. Chidouin were talking about Sara going out and, I don't know, playing games with their friends. R.I.P. And also, pretty funny of So, of all people, to get, the order of the emails wrong as well. Then again, because he was probably like short on time, it does make sense that, you know, he wasn't thinking logically because he was so busy reading through the emails to not realize that he was reading them out of chronological order. And that's what they said. What in the world? Death game. You gotta be shitting me. Clearly he's talking about this. No, I think there's a different death game that they're talking about. A more fun one, you know? Like Mafia. Kai, this has gotta be wrong, right? You can't be with the kidnappers, yeah? Well now, we're the aproned scoundrel. Alright, and Sara Chidouin acquainted? I wouldn't say acquainted. Kai is the man who stalked me. You don't think the friend is Joe? Me? I inferred that much myself. It's a fact that Kai knew about this death game. He's with the kidnappers. And more terrifying yet, Miss Sara and Joe are with them too. How dare you? How dare you say that? Hell yeah, we're besties. We have, like, that freaking connection right now. You tell him, Joe. If we were with the kidnappers, obviously we wouldn't do that dangerous trial. We can't even trust the contents of those emails to start with. What if So is just making it up as he goes? If So's opinion catches on like this, we'll be in danger. I mean, it'll be good if they vote for Joe, right? But real bad if they vote for Sara. You can gather as much from the emails. As planned, 17 people have been secured. Just in case, is there no error in the date of the death game? Everything is proceeding smoothly. Oh, whoopsie. See? What? Do we put them together? I mean, I don't think there's anything else. Huh, so you won't admit it. Obviously, we nearly died in the first trial too. Yes, that's right. Something that terrifying. There's no point in doing it yourself, is there? Did you really do the trial? You can't prove it, can you? You cannot prove yourself either. Though if we had the laptop here, your lies would be exposed as well. Even after your threat was exposed, you're still staying stubborn, eh? For argument's sake, I might accept Kai's a bad guy, but I can't get those two being our enemies. Eh? Back in Russian roulette, it was Sara and Joe being there that got us through safe. Big Sis Sara got me out of the cage, Woof. You look weak, but you're real cheeky, Woof. Yeah, get his ass. I've got the power of friendship on my side. What have you got, bitch? Hold on a second. That isn't what. Just making sure here. But you didn't read the emails wrong, did you? Man, it must be embarrassing for So right now. Like, I'm embarrassed for him, so I can't imagine how he feels. It is a little sad, though, that everyone is so on Sara and Joe's side that nobody's backing So up. And this is the one time he's actually being truthful. That's also so funny. The one time he tells the truth, everyone suspects him. No wonder he snaps. Huh? How strange. What's the matter, everybody? Think calmly now. Look, Kai and Nao's actions were proven. Nao hit me. Made a big bump, even. Doubting me now, it's illogical. This is just weird. Why does everyone believe Miss Sara? How pitiful. It seems the difference in trust between you is the difference between heaven and earth. Ooh. Ooh. You hate to see it, but you actually love to see it. So hates to see it, but yeah. So this is really like the straw that broke the camel's back for So. What the hell? Open your eyes, everybody. I'm telling you what's right. Corner him. Offer a helping hand. It's so funny to like talk shit to him, but I feel like it's even worse for So if you offer a helping hand. I feel like there's nothing worse, you know, than you losing and then the person you lost to like taking pity on you. Yeah, gotta go with this. So, even your words can't be fully denied, I don't think. Myself, I have no connections to the kidnappers. However, I'm also questioning who Kai really is. He's like, why are you dragging me into this? So, it's thanks to you that became evident. What do you mean, thanks to me? Oh, here we go. Enough. Man, talk about jump scare. Ha 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 ha. Amazing, Miss Sarah. You're a prodigy at seizing people's hearts. Shameful, the rest of you. The riffraff. Don't you value your lives? Don't you doubt when others are kind? Do you not even have brains to think for yourselves? Death is just a matter of time for you. That's the way weaklings live. Ha ha ha. What the hell's happened to you? I've given up on all you incompetents. Worthless, every one of you. The loner snapped, meow. I'm scared, woof. Me too. I can't count on any of you anymore. Miss Sarah, let's talk it out ourselves. This is the fastest way. R.I.P. So this is like the last time I think he tries to work together with the group. After this, he realizes that like the jig is up no matter what he does. There's no way the group is gonna trust in him more than they trust in Sarah. So why even bother trying to like manipulate them? You know, whether it's manipulating them through lies or manipulating them through using the actual truth. Neither is gonna work for him. I guess you could say he just doesn't have as much clout as I do. Look at that, 100. He has 0. Just like the 0% on that torn paper. Progress. Kai's with the kidnappers. He even asks the date of the death game via email, and Miss Sarah's in on it too. Oh my god, what's wrong? Hold on, you're wrong. Where's your proof I'm definitely with them? I think it can be inferred from the emails. So that's all it is, a conjecture. Humph, I see. All the emails were sent to a single person. According to the emails, Kai seemed to love Miss Sarah. Alright, relax. I sense a strange devotion to the Chidouins too. Let's go with that one. So, earlier you said that they were all sent to different email addresses. What about it? Stop that. I mean, saying they all went to one person is just your own assumption. And it's a wrong one that we know is true afterwards. Because he talks to Mr. Chidouin, and I think he talks to possibly Goshu. I'm pretty confident in it myself, though I suppose there's no proof. Well, I'm just claiming it anyway. Likely someone from the Chidouins is involved in this, but to Kai, they're not as important as Miss Sarah. Aren't those three getting more and more dubious? I understand how Kai is suspicious. Even suspicion of me is inevitable, but suspecting the three of us as a group isn't right. You're just presenting this in a manipulative way. Jeez, that's a sharp remark. I think all of these people should be in a debate club. That would be fun. That's like a AU, right? Where the death game is actually just them all being a part of a debate club. That'd be cute. And then Mishima's a teacher for the debate club. It's all coming together. Well, I'll say it like this for you. I hadn't even imagined Joe would be involved too. Her friend will also take part in the game. Scary stuff. After all, Miss Sarah is looking forward to them. Wait, please. Joe's name isn't even mentioned in the email. Making a conclusion off of that is letting your assumptions go wild. You like personal attacks, huh, Miss Sarah? Oh well. Guess I'll acknowledge it. That said, I'm not gonna let you escape. Of course I will. Isn't this all conjecture anyway? What's that? You provide some proof too, so. Proof those emails were there. Funny you say that after you guys stole it. So unfortunately, I don't have proof. Then we're in the same situation. I'm denying those emails. Discussion end. Ooh, that was like 100%, baby. For once. Pant, pant. Cough, cough. I'm exhausted. I feel kind of sick. I think I refuted nearly all his remarks. And yet, why? Cough, cough. Why is there this air of swirling suspicion? We only damaged our own trust. Get a grip, everybody. Doubting Sarah just isn't right. You want us all to be killed off? Hey, what do you think would be worse for you? If a guy like me with no trust were a traitor? No, that can't be it. It'd be if Miss Sarah was your enemy, right? This is the creepiest sprite. Keep it away from me. Uh-oh. Now see here. Yes, your attention, please. Sorry to intrude while you're getting all fired up. It's nearly time for the preliminary vote. What? Wait, at a time like this? The hell do we do? We've got no conclusions. How are we gonna make a vote without regrets? What can I say now? I don't know. I'll just remind them I'm the Keymaster. I'm the Keymaster. Meow? If I let this chance go, I'll never have a chance to say it. Should have said that sooner. What are you talking about? I already said that. Guys, don't forget. Please. Come on. Saying that now just makes you more suspicious, you know? I already said it. Stop. Even so, I'm saying it. So, I won't be beaten by you. Let's do the vote already. And now, it's your turn to die, Miss Sara. Oh, he said the thing! The title! He said it right there! You love to see it. Roll credits. We're done here. Please choose who to vote for. Let's vote for our bestie. Where's the game over where, you know, he wins and then we get to leave with him? I want to see it. All votes have been received. Displaying results. What is that supposed to be? What's that? Is that like a sword? Key? Cross? What is that? What is that? What is that? Makes me think of like the sword of Damocles? You know what I'm talking about. You know, that like hangs over his head. I feel like the answer is going to be something stupid and really obvious as usual, and I'm just too much of a dum-dum to know. Ruh-roh. Fear is welling up inside me. Hee. What do you think of the results? 5 will proceed to the final vote. Kana Kizuchi. Kai Sato. Joe Tazuna. Why? Why me? I love him. He's such a good actor. Jesus Christ. Wait, no. Jesus Christ isn't the last vote. I'm pretty sure both those votes, apart from like the one I put, was from Joe, right? Because the sacrifice gets 2 votes. That's my bestie for ya. So Hiyori. I see. Sara Chidouin. Will die? One of us 5 will, with certainty. I don't want to die. Am I safe? You're kidding. Me too? Woohoo! Girl, now is not the time to celebrate. Stop it. Dumbasses? Yeah, you tell them, Rekko. It's the next part that's seriously bad. Our votes will decide their fates. Do we have to choose? Because Sara, why me? I've tried so hard. And not just for myself. It was so everyone could escape. So why? I don't want to die. I don't. Get a grip, Sara. Ooh, this part was so good, by the way. I remember when I was first playing through the game, I thought this was so well done because, I mean, I don't know for everyone else, but for me personally, I really felt Sara's despair in that moment. You know, you've been trying so hard up until this point to help everyone and to ensure that the discussion goes well and that all of the mysteries that are presented get resolved in some manner. And yet, despite all this hard work, Sara is still being distrusted by the group, and for good reason. The emails are very bad, if they happen to be true, which we know they are. It's not a good look for Sara, for sure. But still, right, you feel that sense of unfairness, and you feel that despair and loss of hope that Sara has in that moment. And I really love how well Non-Kadai gets that across. And then, you know, KG jumping in there with, you know, practically shaking her right now to, like, get her to snap out of it, right? Because she needs to get her head in the game. And then he, like, immediately backtracks and plays it off. Because I think this is, like, the first time he gets really serious and stern. And that doesn't suit his cool guy persona. Exclamation mark. I mean, Hey now, Sarah. Your friendly policeman's with ya. Yeah, nice try. We know you're a freak. KG. Listen, everybody. We need to narrow it down to just one person. Forget your sympathy and your grudges. Just remember the roles. If we choose the Keymaster or sacrifice, we all die. Yes, indeed. We're far from safe at all, absolutely. Oh, hey, is one of us a sage? If we've got a sage on our side, they'll know who's the Keymaster. ... Don't tell me. There isn't, meow? This is the worst. So it's one of the 5? Nothing to be done. There's only one course of action. Have the 5 prove it with words. Isn't that right, Sarah? Well, I sure hope this is the right choice to make. Yes, exactly. I'll prove to you who the real Keymaster is. Good. Remember people's words and actions in discussion. That's where the path to victory lies. Final round. Hehehe. The final 20 minutes. Please use this endlessly short time effectively. I'll be praying you don't all perish. Miley quietly sat in the chair again. The final battle begins. Alright, so this is where I think I'm gonna end things. It's a natural place, right? The tension's up, but we'll get to the end of this main game in the next part. So, yeah, exciting stuff. I mean, it's still so exciting, despite the fact, I mean, all of us already know what's gonna happen. There's just so much juicy stuff that happens, so many like plot twists and, you know, insane moments. And it just keeps going throughout the main game, which I love. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to release the next part faster than I did this one. I know it's been like about a month or maybe even over once this is uploaded, just because there's like renovation happening at my house. So that's made it kind of difficult for me to record, and I'm not in the right mindset to like get in front of a mic and just talk. And also, you know, I'm so bad at procrastination on top of that, which sucks. And then like last week, I was trying to record this video, right? Record this part so I could get it out for you guys. But then like 5 minutes into the recording, my neighborhood had like a freaking power outage. So literally everything shut off while I was like doing my intro. And that pissed me off so much that for the next week, I wasn't able to record anything because I was just so like demoralized because of that. But thankfully, I finally just forced myself to sit down and record this all in one go. And so hopefully once I've edited this down, this video is, you know, interesting enough for you guys. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the end of the main game because then we can get into chapter 2. And that's when like the real juicy stuff comes, right? We finally learn about Asunaro, why the death game is happening. We learn about like the Hades incident, which, you know, if you know, you know. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just wish like I could just upload everything right now. But unfortunately, editing takes a lot of time. So yeah. Just leave it off here. As usual, be sure to like this video, to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if there's anything you want to comment on, if there's something that I said that you agree with or disagree with, or if there's like anything you noticed that I didn't bring up, be sure to leave that all in the comments so I can hopefully at some point respond to you guys and we can get a conversation going. Because that's always so fun to me. I love reading through your comments and seeing what everybody has to say. And yeah. That's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!